This is my Game Boy Advance. And this is it now. So every now and then, I like to do these small little side projects, such as this, which, by the way, if you can't tell, oh my god, I got a 1, 1, and a 2. But this time, I feel like I actually made something that was pretty cool and might be worth sharing, as some of you guys might be interested. Before I get too deep into it, no, it does not play RPG Maker games outside of the RPG Maker Advance, which was designed for this. Would make total sense though, just because of the graphics that RPG Maker used, the aesthetics, the pixelated artwork, and just even the limited amount of buttons that RPG Maker uses. I'm pretty sure the Game Boy Advance actually covers all of them. But no, cannot play RPG Maker games. But what I do find very fancy about this is that because the community for modded GBAs is so large, there is actually an active community for creating indie games for the GBA. And that is absolutely awesome. Now, the only reason I bring that up is because I just feel like there's a sort of, well, not technically RPG Maker, there's a sort of respect that we probably have for these retro style games and just a pixelated graphic and overall style of gameplay. And that's kind of the main reason why I decided to share it. Now, before I get too deep into that stuff, I do want to talk about the GBA overall and all the sort of mods I did for this. Yes, I did do it myself. I took my old GBA and I turned it into this beauty. And I just love it. Just the way it looks and feels, the nostalgic, yet at the same time, the sort of pseudo-modern look of this overall shell. So the original idea for the color was that I wanted to do the Evangelion purple and green theme, but I was like, you know what if I swap it? Because I did want the shell to be green. And I don't know, I think it looks pretty neat. Then my girlfriend came in and she was like, wow, it looks like a Ninja Turtle, or it looks like Hulk. And I was like, oh, yeah, it does. But you know what? I still like it. So to mod this baby, soldering is not required, but it is highly recommended so it can do all the sort of things that, well, that it does. Alright, so the sort of features that I've included is that you can change the brightness, and this is only with soldering. I also tossed in the accelerator mod, which was a lot of soldering, might I add. And unfortunately, it does not work with a flash cart, which if you don't know, memory card right here, so you can imagine the sort of things you can install. And of course, if we flip it over and open up the battery door, bam, rechargeable battery. Some people may like this, some people may not, but here's the best part. If I need to charge it, but still want to play with it, well, if I got some AA's, toss it in, charge this bad boy, and you're good to go. It's really cool and really neat, and let me show you the indie side. So if I go ahead over on itch.io, download Dedius, toss it into my folder, bam! Which, by the way, this is a really sweet indie game that was made, that was also free, my ad. And as much as I would like to do a let's play of this, that would mean taking my camera and pointing it right at my Game Boy, which, you know, isn't always the best option, especially with my hands shaking like crazy, as it usually does. Will I start developing for this? Maybe. GBStudio doesn't seem too hard. Maybe once Casher's Trap is done, I might actually try doing with it. Yeah. But anyways, super sweet thing to do. If you have an old Game Boy Advance, I'd honestly highly recommend it. It is a little bit, well, it actually isn't too expensive. The only thing you're interested in is a new shell and a backlit screen. That's going to cost you somewhere between $40 to $50. And you can get some really sweet printed ones, might I add. I just couldn't decide which one I wanted, so I went with the green one. But I think I might actually get a different one. I'm kind of addicted to this right now. The whole modding thing. But don't worry, I'm still working and slapping away on my keyboard. After all, it's just a side project, you know? And also, if you've never soldered before, it's not as scary as you think. It was actually my first time soldering as well. All you really gotta know is that start at around 325 degrees Fahrenheit, slowly crank it up to 400 as need be. Make sure you use flux, and time is your best friend. If you see the bubble, then it means you're all set, and if it's not shiny, then just go at it again and keep going back and forth at it until it does look nice and shiny. That's honestly all it is. There's also a really great YouTube video for beginners, which is what I watched. Oh yeah, also, I guess the flash cart was quite expensive. I think it was $40, maybe 50. Yeah, so it goes as low as $50 and as high as 80, but in my opinion, you do not need the $80 one, which is what I have, especially if all you plan to do is play indie games, which is mainly what I am planning to do, and just GBA modded games. So, yeah, that's about it. So I guess it is a little bit pricey, but hey, it's a great experience. It's a cool flex. And overall, there's just a great community behind it that is well worth checking out. Like, believe it or not, there is an HDMI mod for this, but it's 50 bucks for that, and I feel like I shelled out enough for all the mods already, and that will just be a future project, I suppose. Oh yeah, and one last thing I forgot to mention was that I made my buttons tactile. They're more clicky, and in my opinion, they're not necessary, and they're also the most difficult thing to do, because you gotta desolder the old one, cut it out, install a new one, and then trim it. Although, the trimming's not even all that hard, you're just cutting two little metal pieces. So yeah, that's about it. What was the point of this video? I guess it's just to flex. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button, and if you're thinking about getting one yourself, let me know, and also let me know what color scheme are you going for, because I'm actually open to more ideas. Alright, later dogs.